Welcome back to the Hillbilly RV channel. Today, working on this little travel trailer right here. Customer complaint is last time they used the camper, which was last fall I believe, they thought they smelled gas. So we're here today to see if we have an issue with the gas system, and if we do, can we fix it? So yeah, I mean, we're just gonna tear right into this one. So but y'all will need to tear into that new website of mine, hillbillyrv.net, and check out all the things that's going on there, and be sure and sign up for the emails so that we can correspond back and forth. So yeah, let's get started here. Now, first thing I've done was I just cut the gas on, and yes, we had some flow going somewhere, and so I cut the bottles off and came in and checked, and one of the eyes was on, wide open. So yeah, you when you walk into a camper that you know nothing about, it's not a bad idea to come in first and check and make sure there's no eyes on, because you could fill a camper up with gas real fast. This one here, when I turned the bottles on, you could hear the regulator made a little noise. I can't explain the noise, but I was like, yeah, we got a big gas leak somewhere. Wasn't a leak, it was just an eye. So first thing I'm going to do is bleed the system out, because like I say, this thing has not been used in quite a while. So let me get y'all set up here in case anything exciting happens when we go to bleed the air out of the system. I'm just going to turn all three eyes on. Oh, look at there. We run enough gas out there a while ago to bleed the system out. Now that one right there, it needs cleaned. It's a little bit dirty. See the big old flame, and it's yellow. Yeah, we don't want that. So we'll clean that one here in a minute. I'm just going to go through and turn on all the propane appliances. Make sure the refrigerator is on auto, and it is. We're going to find the switch for the water heater, and we're going to cut it on. There's no water in the water heater, so we can't let it run for very long, but we can fire it just to make sure that it fires. Do y'all see the switch anywhere? Y'all maybe in the bathroom? Where's the monitor panel? Where's the monitor panel on this thing? I'm a looking and I'm a looking. I'm a looking and a looking. They put it in. No, not there. Monitor panel. Monitor panel, monitor panel. Where the heck did they hide? Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it's behind door number. Oh, look. It's behind door number 1. Alrighty. Let's turn. Not on electric, let's just turn the water heater on gas, and we will run outside. Take a look at it. Hey, we got here just as it lit. It lit and it's blue. It looks like it's dirty too. It's been smoking inside the camper up. So let me go cut that off, because we don't want to let it run too long. Here's that noise that regulator was making a while ago when the eye was on and we didn't want it on. Alright, let's cut that off. And let's cut the furnace on. Let's see here. Which way's off, which way's on? Let's see, I believe that's... Which some of these thermostats are hard to move that little button. That should be off. That should be on. Let's run that puppy up. I heard the fan come on. Let's go out, check it out. It's on the other side too. Alright, it lit as well. Smells good. Alright, let's go cut that off. We don't need no heat today. Alright, so that's cut off. Now let's go around and make sure the refrigerator light's on gas. The easiest way to do that is just go ahead and just test the whole refrigerator by, we saw that it was on auto inside. Get the cover off. And let's just unplug this thing and see if it automatically lights on gas. Just doing a quick visual inspection here too, make sure that nothing looks amiss. Now, she has had this refrigerator on. So, I'm glad I got this on video, because it is not lighting on gas right now, but it's probably because the refrigerator is cold inside. Let's go in and open the refrigerator door, and in just a couple minutes, this thing ought to light. There, you open the door, and this will warm up real quick, and it should light. So, do y'all understand? The thermistor was satisfied in the refrigerator. That's why it didn't light, because it didn't need to. It wasn't calling for cooling. But with that door open, that fridge will warm up pretty quickly, and this thing should light. Right back in there. So I'll give this a couple minutes here. I'm gonna go inside and make sure we don't have a check light. Probably while I'm going inside or coming out, it will probably light. There we go. How many people saw that the check light was on? Yeah, I seen there was two lights on there. I didn't look at it closely. One of those was a check light. So that means it had faulted out on gas at some point, and it had not been reset. So it was working on electric fine, but I had to turn the refrigerator off, turn it back on. That resets it. Then it lit. So let's plug it back in. In just a few seconds, that flame should go out and the electric element should come back on. There we go. So I'm going to put this thermistor in this little plastic thing, clip it to the fins where it's supposed to be, and then we're going to leak test this camper. Well, we're going to leak test the LP system. So, y'all hang on, be right back. Does everybody understand what I meant about that check light? That was the check light. I just didn't look at it very close, and yeah, if it faults out on gas, that check light will come on. So, should. And it should have nothing to do with the electric operation. But if that check light comes on, then it won't light on gas until you reset it. cut the fridge off, cut it back on, and then it'll do its thing. And we're gonna leak test this thing right here. Get the top off of the stove. I'm going to use this eye because we need to clean this one. So there's just a screw back here that holds the eye itself down. It comes off just like that. We can unplug the piezo, and this is one that does not come apart either. It's like that last one I did. So I'm just going to have to run a piece of wire with a smaller piece of rag up in that tube and see if there's maybe a spider web or something in here, and then just blow it out, and it should burn a lot better. Let's go ahead and start leak testing. Get my manometer out. We just hook this hose right here on this valve for this eye that I just took off. Turn that eye on. We have 14 water column inches, just like we should. Now I'm going out and cut both propane bottles off, and then we will watch this for 3 minutes after we bleed the pressure down. You'll understand here in a minute. Just let me go cut the propane off. Alright, so I went and cut the propane off. Now my manometer has a bleeder valve right here. If yours doesn't, you can just open an eye and bleed the pressure off. What we want to do is bleed it down to 8 water column inches. That's 10, so we want to go two big marks below the 10. And I'm just opening and closing that valve. That's why that needles. Because when it starts dropping, it drops like a rock. So you kind of gotta catch it there. I'm gonna use an eye. It's actually a little bit easier for me to control. There we go. Now I can do it this way. There's 9. There's exactly 8 water column inches. Now, set my trusty Mickey Mouse watch to chronograph. Start it, and we're going to go 3 minutes. If the gauge does not drop in 3 minutes, we know we're good. We have no leaks. So y'all just go find something to do for the next 3 minutes. Well, it won't be that long for you, but anyhow, you're getting the idea. Go find something to do. I'll be right back. Took this outside and looked up in there, and there was a spider web or some kind of critter had built a nest up in there. I almost had that thing completely blocked off. But also, we are at 3 minutes, and we have lost just a little more than 1 water column inch of pressure. So we do have a leak somewhere. Now we just get to start spraying soapy water on all of our LP connections until we find a leak, or if I can use my gas sniffer also. But let me see if I can find a leak, and then I'll show you where it's at. Just leave that manometer plugged up right there. Yeah, that didn't take long to find a leak. See the bubbles?
I was going to come out and do that myself, but I never got around to it. Then we needed it all checked out anyway.
that is our leak. That's that fitting that goes into the regulator right there. So I'm gonna probably take this hose loose and tighten that fitting. I'm not gonna show you that. It's just putting a wrench on that fitting and see if it stops the leak. Both of those fittings were loose. I tightened them. This one wasn't leaking, this one was. When I tightened them, it got worse. So I just took the fittings completely out, wiped them off the rag, put new liquid Teflon on them, tightened them up. We're all good. Customer said, hey, why you got them hoses off? Let's just put new ones on. So I grabbed a couple out of the truck. Now let's go do the leak test again. We did the test again. It's been 3 minutes. Actually, it's been, my watch says 3.5. It's probably closer to 4.5 or 5. And we are still exactly 8 water column inches. So this one's good. That was the only leak we had. So that's pretty cool. It's always good when you find it that fast. This is the very first place I went to look. So let me go cut the gas back on, see if this eye works any better. That was quite a bug house, some kind, spider web. I don't know what it was. It almost had that. I know it almost had that pipe almost completely blocked off. So some kind of critter went in there and built them a summer home, and I had to evict them. Maybe it was a winter home. I don't know, but I evicted them. All of our eyes are off. Let me go cut the gas back on, and we'll test that eye. Oh yeah, that looks a lot better. A lot better. Y'all look a lot better. Get down in there in that comment section. Leave me a comment, a criticism, a concern, but be nice, people. Don't be mean. There's enough there's just enough meanness in this world. Let's be nice. Let's be nice to each other. And I am going to be nice to myself. I'm going to go get me some lunch. And I am probably not going to fix another one today, because I'm going to go home and get my grass cut. So y'all have a fantastic day.